Hello there, everyone. My name is Ray, and today we're going to play some more Monster Hunter: The Ultimate. This is part number 11. Thank you for joining for today's episode. You'll notice I've got a new weapon on my back. This is the Dios Edge Plus, the highest ranking weapon that you can get before you hit G rank, as it, well, one rank below, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because it's rare 6. Rare 7, there can be some high rank rare 7 weapons. A good amount of them are G rank, but regardless, that's not what we're here to discuss. I am here to kill a Elder Dragon, and I do have this blue crater here. I'm going to use the lance. Obviously, you can tell I don't have, I guess, quote-unquote, access to better lances. I mean, I do. I'm just going to go upgrade this one right now, but what I mean is I don't have any, like, high-rank weaponry for this fight. I am just going to use the low-rank weaponry for this fight, just because it makes more sense. And if I use high rank weapons against this thing, it's going to be a lot faster than normal. It's not going to be as accurate as it normally is. So even if I had a high rank lance, I probably wouldn't use it. But let's upgrade this to the small crater. It's 276. That's too low for this guy. 299 again isn't incredible. But and yeah, I'm actually, wow, that's crazy how much that goes up. That's almost 100 points for a lance. That's ridiculous. But yeah, looks like all I need to do is fight some high-rank Nibblesnarf and get some more Bathicite ore, and I'll be good to go. Anyway, today we are here to save the Moga Village, because that's what we're here to do. Obviously, bomb berries, cowboy horns, and earth crystals. Cha-Cha, you are just the business. Kiamba, you didn't bring me anything. Go home. We are going to kill us a dragon. Swimmer. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, I will be taking less damage from this thing because I have a high rank armor set. But this thing is still, please get the swimmer skill. There we go. This thing is still weak to water. And that's this thing's main element. So, you know, that kind of sucks. It's fine. But repel, Acedius, Aceadeus, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, no, death. That's literally all this is. I mean, this is a relatively big boy. For those of you who don't play Monster Hunter, there are huge monsters in here. This is among that class. I believe they're called Colossal Scales. Alright, well, certainly looks like you found come to the right place. The Great Sea Dragon is just down below. Our ancestors told of ancient ruins in the sea floor near the village. Seems that's where he's taking up residence. When the fight starts, you'll need to focus on whittling down its health first, and then corner him in the ruins. Anyhow, you've come a long way, kid. Now is your big chance. Are you actually older than me? Summon up all your strength and chances of whatever. Cedeus, whatever you want to call it. There are multiple shortcuts you can take here, actually. But for now, we only have access to one of them. If you faint or have to come back up here for whatever reason, there are rock formations that are blocking your pathway. They will disappear. This is actually terrifying to me, by the way. Not like this fight, but like the idea of being in a situation like this. It's just too much damn water. So, what's the goal of this fight? We're not trying to kill him. We're trying to repel him. How do we do that? We need to break this beard. So just bust his beard, and then he will retreat to the third area. You'll see his swimming speed will increase, and he'll go away. This will probably take a little bit because I'm still using a low rank weapon, and I mean he is a low rank monster, but still. I like to lance underwater. I told you guys that before. But if you don't break his beard, doesn't matter how much damage you do to him. If you don't break his beard, he will not retreat to the third area. He will just leave. Will fail the quest because there's an area in Area 2, or there's a spot in Area 2 where he can either go left or go right. You do not want him to go left. If he goes left, the quest has failed. If he goes right, he'll break down the correct pathway, and then you can fight him in the actual third area, that big-ass circle down there. So I have no idea how long this is actually going to take to break. I usually don't fight this guy with low rank weapons. I fight this guy with low rank weapons like once, just as soon as I get here. And then I usually go and get the high rank weapons and get online and start doing all that kind of crap. But I decided to go a little bit faster because I'm just enjoying this game so much. And trust me when I tell you, I am not playing this game through twice at the same time. Just not going to happen. So I decided to do a little bit of cheating. But, and I told you guys that. And I don't really consider it cheating because the game gives you access to this crap. But regardless, now that we have the situation in front of us, we're just going to stab this guy in the ass, in the neck, in the eye, in the horns. Every body part that we can actually, I guess realistically, stick a stick is where he's going to get stuck. Cha-Cha, Kayamba, where you at? Cha-Cha! Kayamba, where are y'all? Kayamba's way back there. Oh, Cha-Cha's over there. And again, I know a lot of people don't like the underwater fights. This is one of my favorite monsters, actually. Now, I will admit, this fight's kind of boring. This part of the fight's kind of boring. Surprise, surprise, I guess, spoiler alert, there's another version of this guy later. This is a kid. This is actually a child. A youth of the species. And a lot of people think this fight is boring. And I will admit, this part right here, there's nothing going on. I'm just kind of following this guy. But I will tell you, if you want to understand the difference of the fight between this guy and his adult form, hi Love, you said. Don't know why you're awake, it's 8 AM. Usually you're asleep by now, buddy boy. I need to give you some more water. And some crickets. I will get that taken care of as soon as this fight is over, buddy boy. Actually, I can do that while the credits run. Long, boring credits that I've seen probably a dozen times, no joke. But regardless, this guy's a kid. He's a lot less aggressive than his adult form. If you fight this guy, you have to fight him on your own. The gold version of him, you can fight with other people. Fight this guy on your own. I'm talking leave Kayamba and Cha-Cha in the village. Just fight him on your own. What the hell is he doing? And then go and fight the gold version. Again, on your own. No other hunters, no Cha-Cha, no Kayamba. You will see a very big difference. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not saying it's a hard fight. I'm saying it's interesting. Because this guy has so much range with his attacks. But he's so slow. He's so unaggressive. He's literally ignoring me the entire fight. And there's another thing that's different about the gold one. You don't chase him. You don't do all of this crap. He just starts in the final stage and he's already upset as soon as you get there. And he's already defending his territory as soon as you get there. And he already wants to ruin everything you know, love, and do as soon as you show up. So, you know, that's your ass is basically what I'm saying. So, regardless, the gold one has the same attacks. He's got 2 different attacks. He's got 2 attacks this guy doesn't use. And he's a lot more aggressive. And again, I'm just saying, if you play this game, or you have played this game, or for whatever reason you're thinking about starting this game, just do yourself a favor. If you think this guy could be even remotely interesting. If you don't care, you don't care. But I'm telling you, fight this guy by yourself. The whole quest by yourself, and then fight his gold version that you unlock when you get to G rank in the port by yourself. There is a pretty significant difference in the difficulty of the quest. Again, I still wouldn't go so far as to say it's a hard quest. It's fun, in my opinion. But again, ain't nobody asked me. But no, this guy is an interesting thing. He's based off of a whale, according to the actual creators of this game. According to Capcom. He's based off a whale, no joke, right? But, which one is, just send out the signal to Cha-Cha so he can come over here and give me my air back. There we go. Appreciate you, buddy boy. And I know this thing has razor sharp, but good God, the sharpness is lasting a long time. And I cannot believe I still have it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know, like, attacks like that, that'll ruin your day. I can't believe I still haven't broken this dude's beard. Lowering weapons and all that, but come on, son. See, I know, based off of, based off of a whale, I hear tell that he's got some kind of root in Norse mythology. I don't know what the hell, but apparently that's what, you know, the inspiration for this guy comes from, is Norse mythology. Man, that is a tough beard, bro. An absolutely tough beard. And I realize all I've got is physical attack. I don't have any elemental weapon right now to use against this guy. And he's so big he can mess you up just by swimming past you. And by mess you up, I don't mean like do a significant amount of damage. I just mean he will actually hurt you and cause you to flinch because he's so big. It's usually his fins that do that. Run, thank you. Or swim, I guess. You know, it is what it is. Charizard handled that. I wonder what would happen. Monster Hunter World and Pokemon. This guy probably get whipped by what do you think would beat this guy? Lapras? No? Gyarados. Gyarados is at least violent enough to fight this fuck. Based off what I know about Gyarados, he's violent enough to fight pretty much anybody. Please stop with the body checks, bro. This isn't hockey. Leave me be. And again, I can't really talk about hockey. I don't really know much about hockey. It's kind of funny because, as a man, I am expected to know a lot about sports and all that other crap. I don't follow sports, like, at all. I don't find them interesting. I find them quite boring, in fact. Put the weapon away, you douche nozzle. But at the same time, there we go. Busted his beard. So now he's going to be swimming roughly twice as fast. So I won't be able to catch him. So what I do is Farcaster back to the base camp. Make sure that I grab the Farcaster out of here so that way I don't waste it. It's a neutral return, and these rocks over here will disappear. When he gets into the second area, these rocks will fall down. Then I can use this area to jump down and appear in the second area in front of him, and I won't have to chase him nearly as long. There we go. So now that this is taken care of, where the hell is he at? He's back here, I think, right? You'll see his horn kind of peek around the corner. There he is. There he is. Come here, pal. I'm going to assert dominance all over that ass in the only, I guess, positive way that could possibly be construed. But yeah, no, I'm not sure what exact references they're making with this thing, but again, like I said, Norse mythology and all that other crap is apparently where he comes from. Obviously based off of a whale. This is the kind of fight. Sorry, yawn in the middle of recording. This is the kind of fight that doesn't make any sense to me. I should be no threat to this thing at all. I don't care. I know this is a monster in the game. Realism is not what they're going for in the slightest. But still, it's weird to me that we can do something like this. Even in a fantasy game, there are limits. And I realize I should not be putting realism at all on a game like this. I believe I literally just said that, but still, I can't shake it, man. I just cannot shake it. How in the hell am I doing anything to this thing other than like gently scratching its back, if that? Yeah, this is where he makes the choice. I do sometimes want to just follow him here. Not break his beard, because then he would leave. But I do sometimes want to just like follow him here and then not do anything to him the entire time, just so I can see what's on the other side. But see, it's kind of different because once he breaks through that wall on the left, it just says you fail. Quest is over. But they put something back there. You can see something back there. It always kind of looked like the moon to me. I realize it isn't. It's probably just a big ass rock, but it looks so cool. I don't know what the hell is over there, but again, you can never see it. He body checks this twice. Swim ahead of him so you can make a little bit of headway. Come down here, get this air real quick, and then start swimming up. Like, this is just too much water. This would terrify the hell out of me to be down here. In reality, this would scare the hell out of me. I don't care how it makes me seem. I wouldn't do it. There's just absolutely no freaking way. Big Daddy Cedius is not happy. And it's weird because the adult is pretty much the same size as this dude. I don't think he's any bigger at all. Alright, great work driving him back. Even if you killed over now and lost, you leave him in a world of hurt. Looks like he was causing the quakes with that giant horn of his, ramming it against the ocean floor. You have to do something about that horn. Wear down his health. If you focus your attacks on his head, you should be able to sever that horn. Okay, I get it. Break the horn, dude. What is this? Clove Taroth? Relax. I got this. Yeah, but no, when I was talking about sports earlier, like, I've not really ever been into sports. But to be fair, I've never really given them too much of a chance either. I find sports kind of boring, more so because, it's kind of ironic because, although I don't really consider myself a Let's Player, some people do. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess at the core of it I am. But, because obviously I upload Let's Plays to the internet, so that makes me a Let's Player, whether I'm quote-unquote successful or quote-unquote shitty. But, it's just kind of weird because I watch Let's Plays, right? But I don't watch them. And what I mean by that is I'll have the video on while I'm doing something else. If I've got a video of somebody playing a video game on, it's more or less for the commentary. I could care less what the hell they're playing. I find them interesting. That's why I'm subbed to their channel. That's why I watch their videos. Things like that, you know what I mean? So I don't actually watch pretty much any of the Let's Players that I watch. I basically just have them on in the background while I'm doing something else. I'm working on something on my computer, or I'm 90% of the time, it seems, taking apart and rearranging my goddamn Magic the Gathering decks, Pokemon decks, or Yu-Gi-Oh decks. You know, cleaning around the house, spending time with whoever the hell I'm currently spending time with, whatever. I usually don't actually watch the videos. So I'm the type of person, the point is, I'm the type of person that would rather do than watch. So when I have these Let's Plays on, I'm not watching these Let's Players because why the hell would I watch you play the game when I can just play it myself? Which again is why I say it's kind of ironic, because I am a Let's Player, for better or for worse, for great success or tremendous failure, however you want to call it. I am a Let's Player, so, you know, making content that I myself wouldn't watch, but at the same time, I think I'm kind of interesting, and I do know that there are some people. Oh, this is gonna hurt if this hits. Oh, the range on that thing is crazy. Trust me, you think you're safe when he shoots that because you're off to the side? You're not. You think you're safe because you're behind his head? You aren't. That stuff will push his head back. There we go. This is what I was waiting for. So you can tell when he slowly starts sombering over there, he's gonna do this little routine where he comes up in front of this Dragon Hater here. That's what they call it. And then you want to hit this button when he's in front of it, and bash his ever-loving face in. That icon over your head indicates that you are able to hit the A button and make it happen. 9 times out of 10, this will be enough damage to break his horns off. Because if you were hitting his beard, which is the only reason you got him here, his face was dealt a good enough amount of damage where you should be able to break it off instantly. I have only seen one instance where I was not able to break his face with this. I believe that should be good. There we go. And now his horn is busted off. By the way, breakable parts on this guy include his horn once, which you can carve twice. Usually I will reset this fight if I don't get a crooked horn off of this thing, but whether I do or don't this time, I don't care. But see, I gotta hide in the scale. Usually no joke, I would reset the fight because of that. I don't even understand why you get his hides and his scales off of his damn horn, but it is what it is. This is for the sake of the video, not for the sake of personal progress. So I'm not going to restart this fight, especially since how long it took to get with this lance to break his beard. I might not even make it a second time if I screw up somehow. Trust me, you can royally screw up that first part of the fight. But yeah, no, like I said, I don't like watching. I would rather do. So I've been to a couple of sports games, baseball, football, whatever. I don't find it interesting at all. I've never been a spectator. I don't like to walk by people and listen to them argue, like stand there and listen to them argue. I don't like to walk by people, see a fight and be like, oh, this is getting interesting. If I walk by and see somebody, in a fight or an argument of any kind, I'll just walk off. If I see somebody playing sports, I won't watch. I will just walk off. If I see somebody playing a video game, I will just walk off. I will not sit down while my buddies are playing video games or whatever. If I'm playing a card game and, I'm not the last one standing and there's like 20-30 minutes left in the damn duel, I will just put my headphones in and just sit there and wait for it to end while I listen to music. I don't like people watching. I don't like window shopping. I don't understand any of that. If you do any of that, that's great. Good on you. But I don't understand the attraction myself. It's incredibly foreign to me. But I don't think I said what his breakable parts were other than his horn. And the reason I said his horn once is because the Goldbeard Seedish, you can break his horn off twice. So you get 4 carves off of his horn. So if you don't get a horn off of him, you just weren't supposed to have a damn horn. Basically is the point. But this guy's horn, and look at the range. I don't know if I captured that accurately, but look at how far that goes. And it gets wider as it goes, so you're even more screwed if you're farther away. But no, he can have his horn broken, then you can carve that twice. His beard's broken, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't even be here. The back of his head, the top of his head, whatever the hell this thing is right here, you can break that, and you can break his tail. You cannot cut his tail off, obviously. But if you want his tail, that's what you have to do. You have to break his tail off. Send that signal again so Cha-Cha can give us back our air. He just got back. If he took too much longer, I definitely would have used one of my oxygen supplies. But usually you don't even have to worry about oxygen supplies with this guy. And I know... Ooh. And personally, I like the idea of this fight. I really do. But it makes even less sense that you're fighting a gigantic underwater creature underwater and you can survive. I would say this makes less sense than surviving against a gigantic creature on land. Because at least on land, maybe you can do something. I don't know. It just makes more sense to me to be able to survive against a land behemoth than an underwater behemoth underwater. Just the mere fact that you cannot breathe down here, and this gigantic whatever he is, he should be able to just destroy you. They all should. But hell, most of the monsters in this game, it doesn't make any sense how you can beat when you sit down and think about it. But for me, it's just the sheer scale of this guy. And I love this fight. I like his music. Ironically, his music is not one of my favorites. I say ironically because a lot of the monsters that I really like, I don't like their theme songs. Seedius, Ceadeus, whatever. Alatreon, Devil Joe, whatever you want to pronounce. I don't like their songs at all. I don't like Alatreon's theme song. I think it's kind of bland. Maybe it's because the only games that I've played, his music has been kind of toned down. I can almost always barely hear it. And I'm not sure why. It seems quieter than the rest of the songs. So I've not really listened to it, I guess. And plus with Alatreon, you've got to focus on him. Damned be... Okay, I busted his tail. Damned be the hunters who want to stand around against Alatreon and be distracted. He is an Elder Dragon, 2 Elder Dragons. He is a I think they call it a Class 1 monster, one of like 6 or 7 in the entire series, that are supposed to be like the strongest monsters to ever exist. Again, damned be those who stand in their way. And keep in mind that I've been fighting this guy for over 15 minutes now, and we haven't won yet, and our... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, and our objective is to just repel him. We're just shooing him away. It took me 15 minutes of stabbing him relentlessly for him to be like, you know what? Maybe I should just leave. I'm done. And again, you cannot kill him. Not this time. You can come back and fight him later. There's a quote-unquote proper quest. I don't know why, but I like to watch how high he goes. It's absolutely ridiculous how far below we are. And this is the Moga Village ancestral home. Look at those lights down there, and look at all the buildings that are around us. And then look up there, there are still more buildings as he's going up. Like, how many people lived here? And if it was only like a couple hundred, why build a home like this? And he is still going up. Man, we are deep in them guts. But I mean, give me my items, dude. cutscene plays first. This always kind of bothered me. I'm pretty sure it's just Cha-Cha. Where is Kayamba at? Why isn't he part of this cutscene? Now, they kind of do the same thing later on, where they focus on Kayamba and basically ignore Cha-Cha. And again, I just think that's kind of... What's the point? Like, they're both in the game. You programmed them in. Why don't you just... And those kids are creepy as all living hell, by the way. You'll probably see what I mean here in a little bit. Ugh, these kids. You didn't have to program them like that. You could have just left them be, dude. Give me my items. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be tribal and some shit. Like island life or whatever. I mean, they look weird. Give me my items. Thank you. So I got fur, hide, scale. Alright, Gem of the Depths, bitch. Because I am the alpha. Also, side note, he still doesn't seem big enough to sink an entire island. Am I just over imagining things? I don't see how he's... Yeah, so... high rank. This is just more... It's more fluff. More pointless conversation. They're just being like, oh, thank you for saving us. The mighty hero returns in one piece. You must be invincible, Hunter. I'm so glad you're back. I could cry. I got something in my... Oh. Hold on, y'all. There's business to attend to. There's a spider descending right in front of my face. Die! I hate when that happens, but I love when it happens, because I'd rather them come down in front of my face and I see them than do any other fuck shit somewhere else. But yeah, no, just middle of a sentence. Here comes a spider. Oh. Anyway, I promised myself I wouldn't cry and look at me. I could go on, but I'm no good at these things. Dude, you're no good at these things. You're fantastic. You're crying over the return of a friend. That's great. Yeah, that's literally okay. Hun, you're home. Well, thank you. Look, I can't be bothered, man. I can't be bothered. This guy at least does something. Run, behold, feast your eyes on this beauty. I give you this magnificent longsword to help you with your Botaro with Sidious. Botaro means battle. May your gods favor you, brave hunter. What'd you say? Your Botaro is already over. Nani? You emerged victorious. Ah, it's so... Ha! No matter, you can keep longsword anyway. Congratulations on driving off Great Sea Dragon. You will tell tales of your Kamiwaza. Sure. Make tasty morsel of conversation while Argosy Captain Trade. Good Naka be made. More rare items. Wakaru. After all, your Hunter no Denset, whatever. The Legend of Hunter. Sure, that's great. Go away, dude. So that's kind of, it's cool that he gives you that blade. It's a water long sword, but at the same time, it's a water long sword. So even if he gave it to you before you fought Sidious, maybe you would use it against Sidious because you wouldn't know any better your first time. But he's a water creature. That element means nothing to him. So I don't know if it's a really strong long sword, just like blade-wise, power-wise. But you know, the element's completely pointless. So use something else. Hello, Hunter. Even though we just talked, now that village back to Anzen safety. Maybe you're full of boring. You know what, man? I hate that. I don't know why. It just bothers me when people mix two languages when they're talking. English and Spanish, English and Italian. I've heard German mixed with Russian. I've heard Japanese mixed with Spanish. That actually was really weird. But why? Just pick one, man. We're all impressed. We're all impressed, I assure you. Just pick one. You should visit to Port Tanzania. Yes, that's what I've been doing, actually. That's actually worse Well, it's actually almost as bad as when freaking person speaks one language, someone else speaks another, but they can understand each other. Why don't you just speak each other's languages? If I'm speaking English and you're speaking Spanish, and I'm still speaking English and you're still speaking Spanish, but the conversation is making positive progression. Just, I need to speak Spanish or you need to speak English. You did, the seed is gone. Kid, there just aren't words. Okay, then stop talking. No, you said there aren't words. You said there aren't words, so shut your face. Can I just say something? I'm not doing that. Whew, that joyous shout was just for you. Yeah, exactly, all the joy. Did you hear the joy? All of it. I am the happiest girl alive. You saved the village, and you didn't do anything silly like sacrifice yourself either. I'm not Colette, right? So get ready. I have some more celebratory yelling to do. Not doing it. Not doing it. There we go. Now that I've gotten that out of my system, time for the bad news. I've got a note here from the guild outlining the disciplinary measures they plan to take against us. I haven't opened it yet. I figured you'd want to be here. You ready? Okay, let's see. Ooh, let me paraphrase. You disobeyed direct orders, severe offense, blah blah blah, suck a dick, but you defeated the Cetus and saved the village. You decided the hunter and the liaison should continue their hard work on behalf of the village. The end, bro. We did it. We're heroes. We're still employed, huh? There's more to the note. The hunter is now hereby authorized to undertake high rank. Okay, so this is something that I find kind of weird the way they do this. So no hunter should have been able to drive off that Cedius, is what they were saying. No hunter. Maybe they meant no hunter of my caliber, but no hunter should be able to drive off that Cedius. It's just way too dangerous. But driving off that Cedius proved that we are ready to take on high rank quests, which implies to me anyway that all the high rank monsters are tougher than him. And damage wise they are stronger. But it is what it is. Oh, and there's more. A detailed description of a new hunting ground. It's called the Misty Peaks. Want to know more about it? Of course you do, and I do too. According to my ever-growing and ever-heavier guidebook, the Misty Peaks, a mountainous region overflowing with the blessings of nature. Sounds positively picturesque. Good luck! And look at this, a request to hunt down a purple Ludroth has just arrived. That's a bona fide subspecies, you know. It's like special and stuff. Subspecies not only look differently from their standard counterparts, but they have different abilities too. What, my explanation not exciting enough for you? Well, excuse me, princess. I'm just here to sell the steak, not the sizzle. You feel me? You want excitement? Go meet some of these subspecies for yourself. You won't be bored, but you might get gored. Lol. So, Urgent Quest, Boys Like Joe, Purple Ludroth, next episode. So, thank you all for watching as always. My name is Ray. Go and follow me on Twitter if that kind of thing interests you. Link will be in the description if I remember to put it down there, which I probably won't. Let me know if you enjoyed this video or if you did not enjoy this video, but until next time, goodbye everybody. And if you didn't enjoy this video, let me know why. Don't just say your video sucks and walk off. Explain why it sucks. Thank you.